Today, we're going to bring in the upgraded camping fan. And now this one's a pretty neat one. Just to let you guys know, the vendor was kind enough to send this out for us to review. So let's take a look at it and see what you get when you get something like this. All right, so the fan has its size. If you guys can notice, it's actually the size of two hands, if you guys can see that. It comes with the actual charging station. It's a Type-C connection. It will last you for many hours. I'll put an hour description. Of course, they give you the actual manual itself. And not only that, if you guys can see the outer ring right here, I'm going to show you what you can do. So this is perfect for actual campgrounds. If you guys notice, there is a hanging area here. So you could actually take this to your tent and use this as a fan and as a light. If you guys notice, let's turn it on. There's the actual light. Right now we have actually lights in here. We're going to turn it off right now and then continue to turn it off. Hold the power button off and it turns off. Now the fan itself, if you guys can see that, I'm going to turn on the fan and the fan comes on. You can feel the waves of the fan. It's, it's a normal fan. All right. There's a couple settings you can do. You can hit fan again. That's number 2. Number 3 is the highest, of course. And it turns off the fan at the end. So we have 3 sets. And in here, not only that you charge it through here, but you also could charge other devices in here. So say you have plenty of charge, plenty of battery, and this retains its battery really heavy duty. And of course, it's flexible, so you can move it any directions you can. And this would be a perfect thing hanging from any tent, any area. And actually, I'm gonna set it up for an indoor area. And I have a daughter that likes to sleep with fans on. This is perfect hanging around, and actually from the top. And then on top of it, if you guys notice here, there's actually a break in here, and that's where you actually lock it into any kind of little joint there if you have, right? So it could be a rope, it could be a hook or anything. There's a little entry hook in here, and of course you can rotate this to any direction if you guys can see it. So it's 360 direction anywhere. The great thing about this fan itself is just the flexibility, and it acts as a secondary light. On top of that, I'm going to show you something right here. Here, I'm going to grab a phone. All right, we're going to turn on the phone here, and I'm going to fully charge it through there. And automatically, you could charge any cell phone that you want from the actual USB. So I'm charging it through here. And when you want to charge things back in here, you put it to Type-C connection, A connection to Type-C, of course. And then you got your fan, and then you got your light. So let's take a look at the light, see how dark it gets. All right, we do have a light on the back. It's natural light that's coming in, but we're gonna turn on the actual light. And just to see how bright it is, that's the number 1 light, all right? And then when you hit another one, it goes brighter, number 2, number 3, and then it turns off. So you got the 3 modes to actually get the brightness. But just think about it. You have 3 in one device. You got the fan, you got the light, and you got the charging station. And on top of that, it's portable. It'll last you for many hours. As long as you're not charging other devices or you're not turning on the light, the fan will continue on for many, many hours. And on top of that, this is a perfect device to take not just indoors, but you could take it outdoors. It sits flat anywhere you go. It doesn't rotate. It just goes back and forward, and you have to manually do that. The rotation will have to be manually you. Now on the bottom, you guys notice this actually rotates. So you can rotate it any direction, inside, indoors, setting up anywhere pretty much. So I'm going to put this to the test and see how well it works. So let's go ahead and do that.